She was my world. And I lost it.
A blackout drunk Ohio man slams at least 10 drinks at Applebee's before crashing his car into a fiery blaze. He escapes but leaves his 2-year-old daughter behind in the car seat.
Your car is fully engulfed now. Fully engulfed. With Lily strapped in her car seat, basically burning alive.
This is Scandal, presented by Law&Crime. I'm Sierra Gillespie.
Is she home? Is she dead?
Yes. Yeah, she's gone. She was gone last night.
This episode is gonna pull at your heartstrings. A 2-year-old, beautiful little girl dies in the most disturbing way by being burned alive in her car seat. And that alone is hard to stomach. But the details of this case make it so much more disturbing because it's the toddler's own father who is to blame for her death.
I've been crying nonstop hysterically ever since, and just hoping that this was all like a dream of my daughter being in that car. And it's not. I gotta live with this.
Today's Scandal takes us to Lima, Ohio, about an hour and a half northwest of Columbus. And that was home to 2-year-old Lillyanna Stemen. According to her obituary, Lillyanna, or Lily as her family called her, was an outgoing little girl. She was bubbly, friendly, and energetic. She loved singing, listening to music, coloring, and going for car rides. And sadly, it's a car ride that ended Lily's life. For when her father, Nicholas, or Nick Stemen, picked her up on September 25th, 2024, he was drunk. And not just a little drunk, he was blackout drunk. Detectives even tallied how many drinks he had.
So you had 2 at Beer Barrel.
That's like a total of 10.
And by Nick's own admission, he doesn't even remember picking his daughter up at all.
I can't even paint a picture. I don't have something I can't give you. I don't have it. I don't remember going and picking her up from my dad's.
Here's what Nick does remember. Coming to in the middle of the road with his car completely ablaze.
I don't remember going back to get my daughter. I don't remember anything after that at all. Besides seeing my car and the flames, I don't remember. I don't remember getting Lily.
All this happened just before 10 p.m. on a Wednesday. It was September 25th, 2024. And a driver called into Allen County 911 dispatch to report another vehicle that was driving erratically, crossing back and forth over the center line. The caller said the car was missing a tire and had caught fire. When Allen County Sheriff's deputies arrived to the scene, they found a 2013 GMC Terrain fully engulfed in flames and Nick Stemen standing beside in the roadway. According to the court documents, when first responder Deputy Geis arrived on scene, she could smell an odor of an alcoholic beverage emitting from Stemen's person, and he was unsteady on his feet, actually falling to the ground in front of her. Geis noted he had bloodshot eyes and slurred speech. She noted that he was visibly upset because his car was on fire. Firefighters were able to put out the fire, and they asked Nick if anyone else was in the car. Nick said no, he's completely alone. He says, yeah, I have a 2-year-old daughter, Lillyanna, but she's at my dad's house, being babysat by her grandpa. But investigators could sense that something was off here, so they took a closer look at the wreck. A first responder observed a small body in a forward-facing car seat. She stated she could tell it was human due to seeing skin and blood on the thighs. Immediately, Nick is then taken into custody, and this interview is recorded.
Okay. Nick, my name is Brett. I'm a detective here at the Sheriff's Office. Okay. This is Sergeant Hunlock.
How you doing,
in charge
Nick?
of the,
Nice to meet you guys. Is she home? Is she dead?
Yes. Yeah, she's gone. She was gone last night.
Nick has read his Miranda rights and starts talking right away.
This isn't going to be an easy conversation. We both understand that. I think you understand that. But there are a lot of unanswered questions as to what happened last night. All right? We have a 2-year-old little girl that's deceased. We are working for her in this investigation. Okay, I have the tendency to piss a lot of people off, but I don't have any issues with that because right now I'm working for your daughter.
I just don't understand how my dad could give her to me. My condition. I don't understand.
Okay.
I remember.
What do you mean by that?
The last thing I remember was being at Applebee's at the bar. But it wasn't. I should never have even went because it was with one of my colleagues. And from leaving there, I don't remember. I don't remember meeting Lily. I don't remember the drive. I don't remember anything. It's blacked, all blacked out.
Okay.
If I'm gonna sit here and be honest, I have no answers for any of it. I remember seeing kind of to and fro of my car in flames, and I was freaking out, but I was coming back to and fro. The policemen that were there were trying to calm me down a little bit, I believe. I can't. This is the only part that I'm saying that I remember, because I don't remember anything else.
Okay.
I remember them they said that there was a daughter, and I started losing it because I didn't know.
Before detectives dive into the nitty-gritty of it all, they have to figure out what Nick was doing before the crash.
Let's start earlier in the day, and let's move forward from earlier in the day. I understand that you did have a supervisors meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about that.
Well, I went to, it was in Delphus. The meeting got held. It's usually at work, but this time we did it over at Kelly Sanders' house. He had a man cave, which is like a garage, and we were out there and we held our meeting there. And then we were drinking, but we was conversing about work purposes. And I think it was like a little bit after. God, I didn't look at time frames too well. It was either 6:30 ish is when I followed Ken out to Applebee's.
So you left.
From there, and I went to the one in Lima.
Nick says he met up with some friends earlier in the evening and started drinking way back then.
Well, it started around 5, I'd say. Was supposed to start around like 4:30, but we were waiting for the pizza to get there, which is what Ken was bringing from Beer Barrel to. It was just one 21-inch pizza over to
Okay.
where we were at.
Then what all? I know you. It was a meeting. We were talking about work stuff. You're waiting on the pizza. Was there any beer or any alcohol or any drugs used there?
Beer, just beer.
Okay. And when I ask you these questions, I'm referring to you, not anybody else there. Okay. How much did you have to drink there?
I think about four beers.
Do you remember what kind of beer?
Bud Light.
Bud Light.
I had Budweiser as well and a Busch.
Okay.
Light.
Okay. Was there any other narcotics or anything else used?
No.
He says he and some friends are just hanging out, having some beer in the garage after a friend picked up a pizza. And after that, they decided to head out.
We ended up going to Applebee's.
Okay. Why did you go to Applebee's?
I don't know, I guess I want to have a couple more, talk with Ken a little bit, and then leave. But I shouldn't have ever done that. I should have just left from there and just went straight from the meeting. I should.
Whose decision was it to go to Applebee's? Was it yours or Ken's?
No, it was Ken's. But he
Okay.
didn't ask me specifically. I just volunteered. I said I had to go with you. I made that mistake myself by volunteering. And if I never would have, I would have ever.
Okay, so we went to Applebee's. We're at Applebee's. What did we do there?
Had a couple beers there too.
A couple beers. Anything else?
Not that I'm aware of. But that's where it starts to become really dark, like my mind.
And here's where things go from bad to worse.
When I left Applebee's, I don't know. I don't remember leaving Applebee's. I don't remember the tip. I know I had a conversation with Ken, parts of it, and we was talking, once again, it got back to talking about some things at work and this, that, and the third of what I could do better as a supervisor and what was, everything like that. And after that, I don't remember getting in the car. I don't remember going back to get my daughter. I don't remember anything after that at all, besides seeing my car and the flames that it was, I guess, when I came. If it was, I'm assuming, because like my mind is just, there was so much I didn't know what was right and what was real, and then reality, like with my daughter, but they said it, and I was freaking out, crying hysterically. And I said, no, my baby. I don't remember even picking her up.
Detectives try to get a handle on just how much Nick drank before picking up Lily.
Are you a alcoholic, a recovering alcoholic?
No.
Are you sure there's
I
nothing
feel
else?
like I should. At this point, I feel like I should.
Right now, from the counts of it, it sounded like you had 6 beers at this point.
And it was a lot.
And have you ever blacked out with 6 beers?
No, I've had, give or take, I think I have blacked out before from drinking, consuming. I don't know if it was like how many, give or take. I don't know.
How big are these beers at Applebee's? Because I know they have like different sizes.
It was a tall drafts.
Tall drafts.
Mm-hmm.
And what kind was it?
Bud Light there too, I believe. But I don't remember how much I drank at Applebee's.
Okay.
I don't remember the amount.
You said 2, but so you don't.
That's from
know.
what I recall. I don't,
Okay.
like I told you, like I said before, I did not recall leaving Applebee's. I don't recall getting in my car and leaving Applebee's. I don't recall him getting the tip to pay, or I don't remember. I don't have any recollection of it.
Okay, so we're at Applebee's. We're drinking Bud Light drafts, and then you say at that point you don't really remember what all happened. But this is where it gets important, man. This is where you have to pull it out. I don't want you to make anything up. We need the truth. And if you're scared and you're saying you don't remember because you're scared, that's not going to help the situation at all.
I'm not scared. I'm not scared at all. I'm trying to do my best to help.
Okay.
So ask me the question you're going to ask me.
Well, I want to know what happened next. We're leaving. You get in your car, you start it.
I can't even paint a picture. I don't have something I can't give you. I don't have it. I don't remember going and picking her up from my dad's. I know she was at my dad's with Papaw. So I don't. That's where it comes vague to me, because I'm like, if my dad saw me in that state of condition, why would he just give? I just don't want me to crash on the couch or something. Like, nothing makes sense. Doesn't add up to me. I woke up with this, and I don't know how to put the pieces together. I don't know how to put anything together. Other than looking at me like, I don't know what just happened. I lost my daughter. Like, I don't know what to do. She was my world, and I lost it. Me. Yeah, I'm not okay. I'm not alright. I don't remember. I'm not scared to tell it. I'm not scared of anything. I've always been a man of my word, man of my mistakes, my decisions, my choices. I don't know how I even got this. It's just keeps getting worse and worse.
Has this ever happened to you before, where you blacked out like this and you don't recall events?
Like I said, I've had some moments before. I didn't
What?
know, like, just straight blacking out and be like out for hours, and then like wake up and then like have no event of like I'll be in the shower. Like, how did I even get here?
Okay.
And it wasn't even from having that many beers. Like, it doesn't make sense.
Was alcohol normally a
I would
factor
say
in that?
No, not really. I mean, I've drank before. I don't try to drink heavy because I just want to try to drink just to be, what do you call it? Like where you're not like so drunk that you can't even focus and you're puking your guts out and you can't stand and blah blah blah. And I don't try to drink that way. And I don't know if the certain ones that I consumed. I mean, I was drinking the tall ones. This is not the same event, so don't put this event in with this one. But like those, I call them tall boys. I can't remember the ounces. There's like twisted teas that I think that might have been the 24 fluid. The bigger can, you know what I'm talking about? Like even if you get like a Bud Light, it ain't like your normal typical can, is the bigger can.
Okay.
I would go through about 4 or 5 of those, and maybe that was pushing it for me. But I've never had it to events where like it was something like this, to where I have my daughter who's gone, and I don't have any events, time, place to go into my dad, to pick and having a conversation, to watching her eat the apple like you described to me. I don't remember any of that. I told you the last event that I remember was looking at Ken at Applebee's, and that was it. I don't have remembrance, and besides until I was coming to and fro from where my car was at after I was being detained, and this and that and the third from what was happening. But I got told that my daughter was in there, and I became a complete uttering cryball mess. Because in my mind, and I said, why was she even in the car? Like, you know, it's because I wasn't processing. I thought my event I took it from Applebee's, I shouldn't have even gotten my daughter yet. That's where I'm confused. I'm not making this up. I'm confused. I literally don't know what to say. I'm not scared to tell you guys anything, because obviously I know what this is all coming down to. Me and my daughter, I get it. I mean, what more is life want from me? I should have never even just went to Applebee's. I should have never even drank. I don't even want to drink. Disgusted with me.
Almost a half hour into the interview, Nick admits he actually had a few drinks before the garage party, meaning he started drinking much earlier than he initially let on.
And then before that, when Ken was picking up the pizza, I did have a beer barrel. I think a beer or two.
At Beer Barrel?
Yeah, because he called me before the meeting. I went over there while he was getting the pizza. He was like, "Oh, I'm drinking alone." So I had
Who? The beer barrel.
getting ready to get the pizza. Yes.
Getting the pizza.
Yep. And he was going to be waiting for a little bit, so he called me. I turned around because I was already on my way headed to go to the meeting, but I turned around and met him up at Beer Barrel. It wasn't like the big draft or whatever. It was just
At Beer Barrel?
Yeah. It was just a smaller glass. It wasn't like one of the
How
tall.
many did you have?
Just 2. So I guess that's what started it for the drinking for me. Was there. But I was good. I didn't have anything else, and then until I got to Kelly's, and that's when I had some more at Kelly's, and then from there is where I probably should have made my decision of not to follow. But I was feeling good, and I wanted to keep it going, I guess.
But Nick still can't make sense of going from Applebee's to this fiery crash.
All I know is I remember seeing the car in flames. And I don't know what could cause that unless I saw wrong when I came back to where I actually was remembering something from that morning or whatever, whenever the time period was at this point. I don't even know the time.
We're trying to figure it out.
I got nothing. You can say I'm lying, put me up on one of those lie detector tests. I don't know.
No, we're not saying you're
I'm
lying.
I'm figuratively speaking out loud. Like, if y'all don't believe me or whatever, I don't have any recollection. I can't force something out that I don't know. And I hate that, because I want to give you guys the information that you guys need.
It's now that detectives realize just how much Nick had to drink before getting behind the wheel.
How many beers did you say you had at Applebee's?
Well, from what I recall, was 2.
2. So you had 2 at Beer Barrel.
So that's like a total of 10. If we're on the tally sheet from the time I started.
But at Applebee's, they were the tall drafts, right?
Yes. So unless I blacked out from then, and then what if I had more, I wouldn't know.
Nick explains his first memories after the crash.
What do you see in your mind?
I see the detectives. I see cops. At first were, assessing the situation, were, I think, trying to help me. And I'm trying to figure out what's happening, because I'm coming all the way into limelight here. I don't remember what time. I don't have any clue of the time period at all. I know it's dark. I know this, well, not dark right there with the flames that I believe that I saw coming from my car. And then I was trying to figure out like what happened. I said I need to get my daughter, and they're like, there's somebody. They were talking. They said there was somebody else in the vehicle, and I said, huh? And then they were like, your daughter's in that vehicle, and he got all aggressive and slammed. And I'm like, no.
Emotions are running high out there. You go out and fire department puts the fire out. Your car was fully engulfed.
Like how? How does that even?
And they find a little girl still in her car seat with an apple laying next to her. She never stood a chance. And this is why, when this officer was rude to you.
Oh, I know. I was telling you giving you the thing that I was remembering in a way. I've been crying nonstop hysterically ever since, and just hoping that this was all like a dream of my daughter being in that car. And it's not. I gotta live with this. I gotta live with that now, and I can't process my little baby girl. She's getting ready to turn 3. She's my life. I've loved her so much. And I just threw it all away on some alcohol. I don't even know how to even make that make sense. And I'm not making people feel pity for me. Like that's sad. I'm so sorry, Lily.
Almost an hour into the interview, Nick comes to terms with what's ahead.
Obviously, whatever happens is going to happen. I mean, you guys can probably charge me with the manslaughter. You can charge me with homicide. You can charge me with murder of my daughter. You can charge me with whatever you guys want to.
What do you think?
Obviously, I feel guilty. I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you guys. I'd be wanting a lawyer if I wasn't guilty. I don't know what to do with myself. I don't know how to even think about, comprehend anything that happened. I'm trying my best to give you guys the best answers you guys can have. I can only fish so far in my brain to figure it out. But all I got is an image of my car in flames and knowing that my daughter was trapped in that. And I didn't do anything. Because I don't remember. It's bad when you don't remember picking up your own daughter. And getting to wherever the heck I was even at when that happened. I don't understand. None of that makes sense. Getting this doesn't make sense. I know I got it. Probably do what you said, probably the fire thing. I don't remember getting it. I should be dead in the car with my daughter. It should be me, not her. It's not fair. It's not fair at all that she had to go and not me. It's not fair. It's not fair. It ain't fair. It ain't fair. She was so smart. She was so stupid smart. Her first word was dinosaur. It's a 3-syllable word. You know how hard that is to say dinosaur? And a baby just to come out and say that. I got nothing now. She was my everything. She was my everything. And you guys keep asking me, well, what do you think is fair for charge for you? I was like, my daughter's dead. What does that even mean? My daughter is dead. And I'm sorry that I keep saying it. That pain that keeps coming back over and over and over again. Because I love my daughter. I would not just purposely harm my daughter in any kind of way. I would never just purposely wreck and say, well, this is it. I never have any kind of thoughts of that. I love my daughter. I loved her from the moment I made eye contact with her. her goop got like this from her eyes, and she opened them up. I was the first one to meet her eyes, and she had my heart then. At that very moment is when I knew I was about to be a dad that was going to protect his daughter. I don't have it anymore. It's gone from me. I can't even live with myself knowing it. I don't even know what happened. Everyone's always like wondering, like, oh, what's to be done with me? What's to be done with me? At this point, does it even matter what happens to me? I don't deserve to be around. I don't deserve to be here. I don't even deserve to live. It should, like I said, it should have been me. My daughter did not need to deserve that at all. At all. I just don't even know what to do with myself. I already know my life's over. I mean, I just don't know what y'all want me to say anymore. I don't know what to say or do. I hate it. I hate feeling like this empty feeling now that I have, knowing that my daughter is gone. And the worst part of it is because I did not save her when I should have. Because I don't remember.
About an hour in, detectives step outside of the room and Nick is left alone where he gets emotional.
Oh, God. My sweet baby. My sweet baby. I love you so much.
When detectives come back, they explain what they believe happened leading up to Lily's death.
You're rubbing your oil pan on the pavement. You're throwing sparks. We have people calling 911, all kinds of shit going on.
Jesus Christ, I don't...
And then you get into about the 8500 block, 8700 block of Zion Church Road. And from this oil that's splattering everywhere, it's all over the roadway. It was probably inside the engine compartment, fueled by the rim that was probably red hot. It ignited the oil. It started in the engine compartment. You get out and you pop the hood. You sit and look at it. The fire's growing. There's a witness who called 911. He said, I don't know what's going on, but this guy is like all over the road. Now his car's on fire. So he's talking to you. He doesn't, you're out of your car. He's afraid because he doesn't know what you're capable of, so he's talking to you from his driver's window. He said he's drunk. The fire's growing. He says, is there anybody in your car? Anybody else? He said, you said no. There's nobody else in the car. The fire grows. Now it goes into the driver's compartment.
So where that goes into play is, to me, is still...
When law enforcement get there, they ask, because your car is fully engulfed now. Fully engulfed, with Lily strapped in her car seat, basically burning alive. We're just going to call it the way it is. Probably the most horrible death anybody could ever have. And here she is, experiencing this, wondering why nobody's here to help her. The one person that could help her saying she's not even there.
Because I don't
You
remember
tell law
anything.
enforcement, you know, I'm not going to buy into that.
You can
Dude.
say whatever you want. I'm literally telling you, I do not remember having my daughter in the car.
She
We
was.
planted a black and white
100%
picture.
she was.
I do not recall it. I don't know. You can sit here and run circles around it until I'm purple and blue in the face. I've been honest with you guys, and I've not made anything up. I have not. I literally hit the recall from Applebee's. Like I said before, I don't recall any of it. The events aren't there. None of the pieces make sense to me. You tell me I run on a flat tire, apparently. I had new tires, so I don't know where the hell a flat tire came from and came into play.
Your dad says that's bull. Your dad said he told you, and he even told me which tire it was that went flat.
So did someone stab my tire then at some point?
No, he said that tire was no good. It needed replaced, and he said he told you it needed replaced. Because he said it was the front passenger tire. He has no way of knowing other than if he knew that tire.
Because I went and had 2 new tires get placed on the vehicle. And then I had another problem where it was still getting low. So I took it back to Discount Tire, and one of those new tires had gotten puncture mark from work. So they did a free thing where they put on there, they plug it, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They went and did that for me. They plugged it, and the tire was good. The tires have been good. There was nothing that was showing wrong with the tires at all.
Detectives push back here, and it gets kind of tense.
Have you ever been diagnosed with mental illness?
No,
You haven't?
no.
Because you're giving me this great big long frickin' story of what they do to your tire at wherever it was you took it.
You literally just had this conversation telling me about a tire issue with the car that I knew.
But the fact that your daughter's dead, I mean, you carried on a perfectly normal conversation with me. Reference a tire and stab marks or whatever. But we got
my daughter that is dead. Yes, that just. I don't know what more you guys want from me.
I want the truth,
I'm
Nick.
giving you guys the truth.
No, you're not. Here's
I
what
don't
I'm going
know.
to tell you right now. If you drank yourself to blackout, which is what you're telling us, I'm going to charge your dad with just as much as I can charge with you. Now, if you want your dad to take a fall that he don't rightly deserve, you better start coming clean with us. You better start coming clean.
You can get
you
stern
know what
with
happened.
me all you want.
You
I'm
know
saying
what
I
happened.
don't know.
You do know.
No, I don't.
Before the interview wraps, detectives ask a very difficult question.
I'll just ask you one more question. One more. And that's what happened when I first came into this room and we sat down and started talking. You asked me a question. Is she dead? You had no clue that she was gone.
Yeah, no,
Until that
even
moment.
in the car. I told you guys this.
No, I'm talking about.
The only reason here, I know. I'm saying the reason why I'm
So
saying.
was that the first time that you'd heard that your daughter died? When I said yes?
No, I had heard it before when I came back to and fro. I told you guys that when I came back up in the fire, they said there was a little girl in there, and that's where I've been like freaking. I kept asking the question at the hospital: Is she dead? Is she dead? I kept asking over and over for somebody to give me, and they're like, "Well, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't." And I've been in panic mode, like. So yes, I do. I was under the collection of my daughter, but I just wanted to make sure again, because like I said, I felt like this whole thing has not even been real. I don't remember getting my daughter and putting her in. You guys can sit there and tell me, so you're purple in the face and say, well, this makes sense because we got this. I don't remember it. I don't. Which probably would make sense of the reason why I told the guy that there was nobody else in the car. Because I thought I was by myself. I didn't know I had Lily at this point. I still didn't know I had Lily. I don't remember leaving Applebee's, so how am I supposed to say that? I know for a fact that I went and picked up my daughter. I don't. I don't. You can call me crazy, lunatic, psychopath. I need to go see a mental institution, ward, psych ward, whatever. I don't know what you guys want from me. I'm giving you guys my honesty here. I am an honest person. I am not a liar. I did the same thing when I got locked up first. I've been honest since square one with you. Some things might be jarring because I'm trying to go back in the mind. I'm not very good at piecing those things together. But that me telling you that I don't remember for Applebee's to me coming back up to my car being in flames, I'm being honest with you. I'm not lying about it.
Nick maintains he blacked out and doesn't know what happened. The interview ends with him begging for an attorney.
Well, if y'all are just going to come to this conclusion where I'm just a straight murderer, I would like to speak to somebody then at this point. Because I don't, an attorney, a lawyer. I don't want to have you guys sit here and just obviously point me out on something that you guys aren't listening to me, so it's fine. I'm trying to be honest with you guys the best way I can. I just don't know what more else you guys want from me.
Sit tight.
Okay, Nick, they're gonna take you back downstairs.
Nick Stemen was initially charged with 1 count of endangering children, but a grand jury later indicted him on multiple charges, including murder, aggravated arson, involuntary manslaughter, and 2 counts of endangering children. For all this, he was held on $1 million bond. Now, initially, Nick pleaded not guilty to the charges, but in October 2025, he reached a plea deal with Allen County prosecutors. They agreed to drop the murder charge if Nick pleaded guilty to aggravated arson, involuntary manslaughter, and 1 count of endangering children. He was sentenced on November 18th, 2025, and at the hearing, a statement from Lillyanna's mother was read to the court. "My baby girl is gone. And for what? For her father enjoying a night of drinking? He killed her. He took her from everyone who loved her so much. He should spend his life behind bars." According to Lyman News, Nick also spoke out at the hearing, saying, quote, "I know what my actions caused. Now I won't get to see my little girl grow up, and that hits me to my core. I'm sorry I took her away from her sisters. I'm sorry she's gone. I have no recollection of what happened." Before handing down a sentence, Judge Jeffrey Reed told Nick, quote, "Nothing can be said, and there is no sentence I can give that really makes any difference right now. You have sentenced yourself to a lifetime of thinking what your daughter could have been doing. I feel bad for you. I feel bad for everybody." Last year, Nick was sentenced to 22 to 31 and a half years in prison, and he's required to serve at least 19 years behind bars before he's eligible for parole. And that's where today's episode of Scandal leaves us for now. If you like what you saw and you want to see more or connect with me on social media, you can find me on places like Instagram at Sierra Gillespie. Thanks for watching today's episode of Scandal. As always, I'm your host, Sierra Gillespie, and I'll see you next time.